Whether you are brand new to New World or you've got experience in the beta, it's great to get started on the right foot. So today we're talking 8 tips for new players, or maybe experienced players, of New World by Amazon Games. If you've got any tips you'd love to share with the community, leave it down in the comments below, and maybe I'll do a community video. Hopping right in, don't stress about which weapon to pick up because you can play them all. Respeccing your attributes is free under level 20 and free under level 10 for weapons. This means that you can completely shift playstyles on a dime with no real impact to your virtual wallet. You'll need to grind a few quests to get abilities again, but it's really not a huge setback at lower levels. It's critically important that you enjoy the weapon you're playing, so don't feel like you have to restart a character, just simply grab a new one. The game is going to regularly feed you new weapon types through the first few levels, but if you've got materials, you can go ahead and craft whichever one you think is your favorite and have right at it. However, do stress about picking factions. There's a surprising amount of the game that lies behind your faction choice. It may appear on the surface that this is just a way to color the map, but it has roots in PvP, free resources inside towns, storage and transportation options, crafting, expeditions, and more. You can change factions, but there will be a lockout before you can start to do it again. Reputation does not transfer, so it is a big grind if you choose to change factions. Speaking of grinding, advance the main story quickly. There are too many quests in New World, just too many. If you play side quests, faction quests, town quest boards for too long, you'll quickly out-level the main story. The main story takes place in the same territory as many of the side quests, so skipping over the main quest could result in some backtracking. And there's a lot of walking in New World already, so I would not suggest backtracking. The main story also locks you out of the Azoth staff, which you need for dealing with corruption. So push the main quest, pick up all the side quests you see, but deal with them in a logical order on the map. When it comes to traversing, you need to know that Azoth is cheap. Use the fast travel. You get Azoth, the blue vials, from questing, killing mobs, gathering resources. You can actually make items that will grant Azoth in a number of ways, and it's really hard to completely run out. Azoth is used for fast travel, and time is money, so fast travel every opportunity you see. If you're a crafter and you're using a lot of Azoth on crafting higher level weapons, be aware that you may not be able to fast travel as much, so keep some in the bank. You start in one of 4 areas, but First Light is the best, especially if your faction controls it. Yeah, I said it, I'm a First Light stan. The 4 starting beaches and their 4 starting towns have identical quest lines and NPCs, but they set up the initial conflict of trying to control territory. However, they do not have identical resources or enemies. Places like Everfall are surrounded by mountains, which increases travel time. Everfall has level 20 obelisks, which create zones of death for newbies. Places like First Light have quick access to water and hemp, which are needed for a lot of low-level crafting. The world is your oyster as soon as you check into your first inn, so if you want to hop over to First Light and do all your questing there, you are more than welcome to. If your faction controls First Light, you get all the benefits that come with faction control like buffs, free resources, easy transfer of items, etc. I'm not saying you can't progress the game if you play everywhere else, I'm just saying that the optimal way is to go to First Light. Believe it or not, dying is faster than walking. Sometimes. You can only fast travel New World if you're at a shrine or if your recall timer is complete. If you're too far from an inn, campfires are your friend. If you place a campfire near an NPC who is giving you a quest or just near a major city, you can set your respawn point to the campfire. So, should you die in combat or, yeeting yourself off a cliff, you will revive at the campfire, saving you tons of time that would have otherwise been spent walking. With a lack of mounts in this game currently, finding those little traversal shortcuts is incredibly important to speeding up your New World experience. Of course, yeeting yourself off a cliff isn't always going to get you the death experience you want because fall damage is minimal. Another shortcut for traversing the world is you don't take much damage at all from falling. Therefore, if your quest objective is on the other side of a cliff, just go ahead and do it. Send it off the cliff and you'll be alright. Just be wary that it isn't easy to climb mountains in New World, so look at the dark colors of the map that indicate mountain ranges and plan to walk around those. Or of course, you may want to double check the level of the enemies at the bottom of the cliff that you just met. Last but not least, number 8, think logically. New World is built like a world. If you're ever wondering where the heck is blank, think logically. Are you looking for ore? Head towards the mountains. Are you looking for food? Try and find a farm. Water or water moats? It's gonna be at a river or a lake. Nuts are buried in the ground, blueberries are found on bushes, etc. While not every gathering item makes perfect sense, you can get a good sense of what you need just by looking around. Alright, this was the 8 tips for today, a pretty quick video, but we will be back with more. I hope to see you in New World starting September 28th. Join me on this channel for some live streams. Subscribe, comment, like, do the things that help this video reach other new players of New World. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.